Is there anything in his record that would indicate how he would vote on Roe?
So there was he hasn't ruled directly as a judge on specifically on the right to abortion. He has ruled in a case involving access to contraception in the Hobby Lobby cases, and then Little Sisters of the Poor case that dealt with religious objections to contraception access. He very strongly ruled for the religious beliefs of the employer against the women employees in that case. And then he also ruled in a case about defunding Planned Parenthood, which was not specifically about abortion. It was about whether the governor was defunding them in retaliation for abortion advocacy. So he's ruled around abortion. And then he also wrote this dissertation when he was at Oxford that talked about, in particular, assisted suicide, but in doing so also talked about his views on the sanctity of life and said that the taking of life by private persons is never acceptable. So there are things that give you hints about how he feels. He then tried at his hearing to say, well, I recognize that Roe is precedent. But at the same time, he articulated factors that might cause a judge or a justice to overturn precedent. And so simply because he recognizes that it exists, the fact that he wasn't as willing to endorse it as vindicating the liberty interests of the 14th Amendment is troubling.
Right. He did affirm and agree that it's been cited or ruled 44 times.
Yeah, that it has been reaffirmed repeatedly,
I'm sorry, it's a phrase, yeah.
And that it is precedent in the United States. But those are actually, and I know this might seem like a remarkable feat these days, but that's just a recognition of facts.
Yes, right.
It isn't necessarily, facts? I know, right? So kudos for that, recognizing reality. But it wasn't a ringing endorsement of, especially for someone who's an originalist who cares about the meaning of the Constitution, it wasn't an endorsement of the Constitution protects a right to an abortion.